suspicious activity on your account, or a missing card. I'm Stephanie Poole, and see how you can protect your finances.
How well do you know your friends? I'm Claudia Wells for Take 30 News.
For many, tailgating is just as important as the game itself. But are people putting themselves in danger? I'm Luke Lutz. Stay tuned to find out.
Welcome back to Take 30 News. I'm Cash Matlock.
And I'm Stephanie Poole.
Well, they were supposed to make the city a brighter place, but did that backfire?
Take 30's Brock St. Clair joins us now with why some are unhappy with the artwork in downtown Starkville. Brock?
Thank you, Stephanie. Thank you, Cash. You might have noticed some new paint jobs on walls around town lately, but some are complaining. They don't like what was painted and they don't like where it was painted.
Murals have become an increasingly popular form of artistic expression in the Starkville community as of late, especially in the wake of Mayor Lynn Spruill's mural project being approved by the Board of Aldermen earlier this year. However, not all feedback has been positive. I talked with Allison Julian, a PhD student at MSU and one of the mural artists, about what the mural project means to her and to the Starkville community.
And we've been trying to do a mural sort of initiative in Starkville, and we've been trying to get local members of the community to come out, because murals not only make the town prettier, but they also add a sense of identity and culture to the town. So we've been trying to get more involvement, and Joseph McGowan was the first one who came out and started on this wall, and then I branched out into the second one, and now we're so excited because we're getting local community members such as even school teachers and their students to get involved in more interactive murals.
The mural she's referring to is called Color Wheel, and it was painted by students from Henderson Ward Stewart Elementary School. Beyond being a chance for the students to express themselves in the future, the mural will be used to teach young students about color theory.
But despite the good intentions of the mural project, some members of the community aren't so thrilled. And to express their concerns, they took to Twitter.
Some Starkville citizens claimed the murals were out of place next to the First United Methodist Church, while others have asked what law permitted art projects such as murals in the city of Starkville. However, Mayor Spruill is firing back.
There's always a couple people that might not like either colors or subject matter, and so we've had one or two people come and say, hey, this interferes with my day-to-day life. So, I mean, we try to just get around that and put it in perspective of it's just one or two people out of the many that have come in and been like, this is awesome, we're so excited.
Sure.
So no matter what you do, someone's going to be unhappy. So.
Right. And with that, it looks like these art projects aren't going anywhere anytime soon. With Take 30 News, I'm Brock St. Clair.
And so, to close, a public service announcement. Next time you're on social media, tread carefully. People like being angry on there. Cash?
Well, thanks, Brock. If you're interested in getting involved with the mural project, you can visit starkvillearts.com for more information. Well, President Trump is on the campaign trail again, and he's on his third leg of his 5-state tour. And the president spoke last night inside the Lander Center in South Haven, Mississippi, for Cindy Hyde-Smith. Hyde-Smith has been in office since April, when she was appointed by Governor Phil Bryant to fill Thad Cochran's seat. President Trump says, quote, "She's always had my back, she's always had your back, and a vote for Cindy is a vote for me." She is Mississippi's first female U.S. Senator. She's running against 3 others in the special election for the remainder of Cochran's term, which ends in 2021. The election is Tuesday, November 6th. Well, you probably received a text message from FEMA today, and it was simply a test of their National Wireless Emergency Alert System. Officials say between 75% and 90% of cell phones receive the text message, which works similarly to the Amber Alert or flash flood warning. Now, the test was originally scheduled for September 20th, but was postponed due to emergency response to Hurricane Florence. And the tests are required by law every 2 years. Well, what's worse than missing a credit card payment? Well, that's having a credit card actually stolen from you, and the police say it's happening more and more in our area. Take 30's Stephanie Poole explains how you can protect your finances.
Yes, 21 Braylon Logan was charged with 2 counts of credit card fraud during September. Investigative Lieutenant Brett Watson from the Starkville Police Department didn't go into specifics about the case, so says this type of thing happens more often than you think.
So far this year, specifically dealing with things like credit card or the use of credit card for fraudulent means, we have had 15 so far this year. Doesn't seem like an overly large number, but a lot of these contain multiple uses of that credit card.
People always leave their receipts at the ATM, or businesses let them pile up, which hold plenty of information from that transaction. Taking a few moments to grab your receipt prevents yourself from becoming a victim of fraud.
We see a lot of college students that take their phone and they slip that debit card down in that little pouch on the back of their phone, and they carry it to the bar, and they lay their phone down, and somebody slides that credit card right out.
This adhesive pouch on the back of my phone does keep all my cards together. However, when I touch the top two, they slide out with ease. Ditch the pouches, stick to a wallet, and protect your finances.
What we see a lot is people leaving their debit cards, their credit cards inside their vehicle at night. They become the victim of an auto burglary, and then the person who perpetrates that auto burglary then goes out and tries to use their card, or does successfully use their card.
When there is suspicious activity on your account or you have a missing card, police say to call your bank, report it, and then close your card.
Well, thank you, Stephanie. Well, 2 local men were arrested after police say they stole from their employer. On Friday, Starkville Police Department charged Khalil Ely of Starkville with embezzlement. Police say he took money from Starkville's Super Walmart last month. Now, in a separate embezzlement case last Wednesday, Starkville police arrested Brandon Jefferson of Starkville. Police say Jefferson stole from the 1883 Smokehouse restaurant off of Highway 12. If you have any information about this or any crime, police urge you to call Golden Triangle Crime Stoppers at 1-800-530-7151.
It's football season and tailgate time, but is it possible to have a fun and healthy tailgate at the same time? That's next.
Clouds are open, is where I lay my head. I know. We have a look.
You know the scene in those popular TV crime shows when the investigators show up? The one where they scratch their heads while trying to figure out who committed the homicide and when? At Mississippi State University, we're solving mysteries behind real-life crime scenes with forensic research that's a first of its kind. Teaming with microbiologists from around the country, we're examining microscopic bacteria that can help solve real murders. So far, our partnership with a major metropolitan medical examiner is yielding results with more than 200 real-life crime samples analyzed. We're learning how microbiomes change and relocate, uncovering evidence in criminal investigations by better pinpointing time of death. Way more exciting than being a TV detective. We're finding crucial answers when they're needed most. Solving mysteries with science, that's worth watching.
Well, for many, tailgating is just as important as the game itself. But are people putting themselves in danger? Take 30's Luke Lutz found out Saturday.
Burgers and barbecue are a tailgate must, and game day is not the same without them. However, when alcohol is abused, people overeat and can suffer from dehydration. I went to a tailgate to see how people on Mississippi State's campus celebrate game day.
Hey, so I'm here with, what's your name?
Preston Scott.
And what are you drinking, Preston?
Gator Blood.
What's in Gator Blood?
Well, it is a mixture of Gatorade and vodka. An unhealthy amount of vodka.
So what are you drinking today, Austin?
It's a Gatorade and vodka in this cup here. A little bit of Sprite in there as well. Yeah.
Okay. And how many cups of Gatorade vodka have you had today?
That's a good question. You know, I'd really love to answer that honestly. I'm gonna go with between 3 and 6.
What have you been drinking?
Gator Blood.
Gator Blood, and that's the vodka Gatorade mix?
Yes.
So I saw that there was a jug of water. Are you guys drinking that water?
No, it's strictly for water pong.
Have you drinking any water or eating anything today to counteract that?
Of course. I'm always eating junk food the whole time. We're talking buffalo dip, hot dogs, the whole mess, and 1 cup of water when I woke up this morning.
And now I see you have a gigantic jug of water.
That is only for the beer pong, not for drinking at all.
You're not going to drink any of that water?
No, not gonna be drunk by me, no.
Austin should probably have at least a sip of that water.
Probably. I probably should, but will I? Tune in next week.
I talked with Dr. Will Evans, the head of food science and health promotion, to see if he had any tips on making the tailgate a little more nutritious.
Anytime you're consuming alcohol, you're going to have a diuretic effect, so you lose fluids from the body. So if you're not hydrating, replacing those fluids in between, then you're likely to dehydrate yourself. Well, your organs don't function as well if they're dehydrated. You don't feel as well the next morning if you're dehydrated from alcohol consumption. So hydrating in between, if you're going to have a beer during a tailgate, then try to have a water after that and kind of, you know, match it and don't overdo and pace yourself, so to speak. Having some fruits or vegetables that could be dipped in maybe ranch, or maybe some apple slices that could be dipped in a little caramel or honey. That would be tasty, but it would also give you a fruit or vegetable serving.
Simply add fruits and vegetables to your spread, moderate your alcohol consumption, and drink plenty of water to make your tailgate a game day success.
I'm Luke Lutz, Take 30 News.
Dr. Evans also says just having some healthy options available at the tailgate could make a world of difference.
We're hearing more and more about sexual assault, and many are reminding us that it happens here too. We'll have a survivor story right after the break.
Where the clouds are open is where I lay my head. You are the sky above me, and my thoughts on a winding thread. I'm a child, I'm under your hold. I know. Hear my name ringing, hear my name ringing, hear it ringing, hear my name ringing, hear it ringing, hear my name ringing, hear it ringing.
We all depend on accurate weather forecasts to plan our day. That's why Mississippi State University is teaching students to forecast the future using real-world news sets as classrooms, putting scientific discoveries in meteorology to the test, while honing on-air reporting skills real-time with local TV stations. And we do it so well that at any given moment across the country, 1 in 3 weather forecasts are being delivered by MSU-trained meteorologists who are helping people make crucial decisions that impact their safety, working to ensure business continuity, and in many cases, saving lives. Predicting the future? That's what we're preparing for every single day, so that you can prepare for your day.
With sexual assault being an all too common topic in the news, ranging from actors to Supreme Court justice nominees, Take 30's Claudia Wells introduces us to a local person with her own story. She asked us not to be on camera and use her name because she said she's still afraid.
MSU has a sexual misconduct policy.
Students and new employees are even required to complete a sexual assault awareness training course.
Unfortunately, some sexual assault is still possible.
I'm used to a sheltered lifestyle. There was more freedom, more chance to experience life and, open up to the world. This was the person that I had class with, like English class. I didn't really know him like that, but, he sat by me in class. I didn't really think much of it. But one day he came up to me and, gave me his number. We texted, I hung out a couple times, you know, in his room. And then one day I came over and hung out, and it just happened from there. To my team, I think it could have been handled better because they didn't really do much. It was just, you know, his word against mine. And based on what I told, my testimony, my story, I felt like he shouldn't have got away with it. Honestly, I didn't really want to go there anymore because I didn't really feel safe. I became depressed and I didn't want to go out and do anything. I felt disgusting. Like, I was really insecure. And honestly, I didn't want to be around people at all. So I just stayed to myself.
For Take 30 News, I am Claudia Wells.
MSU SafeLine is available 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. For anyone that has experienced sexual assault or misconduct, the number is 662-325-2091.
Well, coming up, we'll have the latest in sports, plus a look at game day safety.
Where the clouds are open is where I lay my head. You are the sky above me, and my thoughts on a winding thread. I'm a child, I'm on your own. I know. Hear my name ringing, hear it ringing. Hear my name ringing, hear it ringing. Hear my name ringing, hear it ringing. Hear my name ringing, hear it ringing.
We all depend on accurate weather forecasts to plan our day. That's why Mississippi State University is teaching students to forecast the future using real-world news sets as classrooms, putting scientific discoveries in meteorology to the test, while honing on-air reporting skills real-time with local TV stations. And we do it so well that at any given moment across the country, 1 in 3 weather forecasts are being delivered by MSU-trained meteorologists who are helping people make crucial decisions that impact their safety, working to ensure business continuity, and in many cases, saving lives. Predicting the future? That's what we're preparing for every single day, so that you can prepare for your day.
Hello and welcome to Take 30 Sports. I'm Georgia Moore. Mississippi State's football team took on the Florida Gators this past weekend in their first home SEC opener. This was also the first game Dan Mullen returned to his old stomping grounds. The Bulldogs opened up the scoring in the first quarter with a field goal by sophomore Jace Chrisman. Ultimately, the Gators won 13-6, defeating the Bulldogs. The Bulldogs are now 3-2 overall and 0-2 in the SEC. The Bulldogs will stay at home this week and face off against the 8th-ranked team in the country, the Auburn Tigers. The Bulldogs are looking to bounce back from their 2 SEC losses and get back to their winning ways. MSU soccer team faced the Florida Gators on Friday, September 28th. The match ended in a draw, neither team being able to score. This makes the team's record currently stand at 8 wins, 2 losses, and 1 tie. The soccer team gained their first and second loss when they traveled to Auburn on September 14th and to Tennessee on September 23rd. Tomorrow, on Thursday, October 4th, these young ladies will travel to Nashville, Tennessee, where they will face off against Vanderbilt at 7 p.m. This night game is being planned on airing on SEC Network Plus. Travel safely, Bulldogs. Last week on Wednesday, September 29th, Mississippi State's volleyball team returned to Starkville to face off against Auburn. This was their first SEC matchup at the Grist after being on the road for about a month. This night, That night, these young ladies were victorious, coming back from down to 2 sets to none to win 3-2. Perfect way to celebrate their hump day. The volleyball team's next game will be aired on Friday, October 5th, and they will play against the University of Kentucky at 8 p.m. No need to worry if you can't make it to this game because it's going to be aired on SEC Network Plus. After that, the team will travel to Tennessee for their next match. Are you and your game day buddy ready? Pairing up with your friends or being a part of a group is the most common way people stay safe during crowded games. But why stop there? There are plenty of methods and steps that can ensure your safety during those busy and jam-packed football game weekends. I asked students around campus about their personal methods and how they stay safe on campus. Football game days bring in much larger crowds than usual. Since visitors range from regular students, Bulldog fans, and alumni, and even college students from other surrounding areas, game days are much different at night.
Whenever I'm coming back from the game on Saturday nights, I usually try to walk with a group of friends and try not to be by myself, mainly because it's really dark outside in some areas of campus, and not only are students on campus who are probably intoxicated, but so is the community, and you never know who you're going to meet outside at night, say anywhere. So we try to walk with a group of friends, and we'll either walk each other back to our dorms or to our cars to like catch safer rides to houses, dorms, apartments. If I find myself by myself at night, then I try to stay on the phone. I keep Mace with me all times.
Protecting yourself on campus at night during game days can be as easy as attaching a can of Mace to your keys, where you can easily access it by unlocking it and locking it whenever you need it. With extra people around, students are more cautious about their surroundings. While some students are alert and have ways to keep themselves safe, there are some who do not worry.
Personally, I don't have any issues with walking around at night on game days, but I do have friends come up to me and ask me if I can go with them, maybe to the bathroom, the other side of the stadium, maybe to the union at night. Just because people aren't necessarily predators, but they're opportunists.
There are plenty of safety tips that students and fans can benefit from, but Corporal Emmett Johnson at the campus police department gave professional advice on how to stay safe and what to be on the lookout for.
Make sure they utilize their friends. Making sure they have friends around them is actually looking out for their well-being. Traveling twos or more to be able to have that sense of security. But if you do have friends around you, make sure they're looking out for you as far as if you're going to be consuming alcohol, that they're looking out for you for your drink just as well as you're looking out for their drink. You're just being aware of their surroundings, making sure that friends are watching out for them. It's so-called the buddy system. Make sure you utilize that buddy system. I like to leave people with the phrase of, if you're not watching yourself, is somebody watching you.
Sharing these safety tips and advice can ensure that your family, friends, and fellow students are safe. That's all the time we have for sports. Back to you, Cash and Stephanie.
Thank you, Georgia. We'll be back right after this break.
A baby's arrival can be one of the most exciting times in a family's life. It can also be one of the most anxious, especially if the child's development is hindered by medical challenges that create more questions than answers. At Mississippi State University, we're groundbreakers in the study of CHARGE syndrome, a genetic condition that leads to a host of life-threatening birth defects. Our research teams are uncovering breakthroughs in treatment and prevention with a goal of greater understanding that leads to better care. We're also providing crucial support resources for parents and helping physicians around the globe gain awareness so symptoms can be detected and addressed earlier. By engaging in this innovative analysis and therapy, we're not only improving outcomes, we're unlocking brighter futures.
The student meteorologists at MSU Campus Connect say we're in for a great weekend. It looks like you can expect a high of 90s for the rest of the week and a slight cool down during the weekend. Right now, chances of rain are slim. For updated forecasts, you can always visit weather.msstate.edu.
Well, this week is drastically different from last week. I mean, chances of rain being slim, and then last week it was just like, man, it rained every single day.
Yeah, it did. Today was just a beautiful day.
Yeah.
I had a great day. It was hot, nice and sunny. So it was
Well,
really
honestly, I think it's a little too hot for my liking. I thought I like I don't know, like 75 would be great.
Oh, yeah.
Oof, I don't know. For October, I feel like it needs to chill down a little bit.
Right, that walk to classes is getting kind of steamy, but it's cooling down.
It's getting kind of sweaty. Yeah,
it really is.
Definitely is.
It really is. But
all right. Well, I think that's going to be all the time we have for today. Thank you guys for tuning in, and we'll see you next time on Take 30 News.
All right, have a good day.